How's it going, everyone? Shaz here to review the cards from the upcoming FES banner that just got announced last night. 3 out of the 4 cards in the banner are pretty straightforward, so let's get started. The SRs for this banner are Angelic Angel Hanayo and Mijuku Dreamer Daya. Angelic Angel Hanayo is a natural attribute SP type with an SP gauge gain tap active, whose stat line looks like this at max limit break: 7195 base appeal, 5195 base stamina, 7595 base technique, meaning she has a crit profile and the 15% bonus to her crit rate, which tops out at roughly 38%. Mijuku Dreamer Daya is a smile attribute voltage type with a voltage boost tap active, who has the same stats as Hanayo, just with the technique and appeal values flipped. Seriously, K-Lab, are you guys really that lazy? I guess the person in charge of card design was like, yep, I like this. I'm going on vacation. Anyway, while the Daya is decent, both of these cards, for most players, will be nothing but costume filler. First up, we'll review the face of the banner, Fluffy Wuffy Shizu Bear Shizuku. Dear God, I can't believe I just said that. Anyway, her 7th UR comes into the game as an elegant attribute voltage type. At limit break 0, Shizuku starts with 8208 base appeal, 3465 base stamina, and 6566 base technique. Her tap active is the voltage boost, adding 36% of this card's appeal as voltage at skill level 3. Her passive is very unique, as it gives only this Shizuku card an appeal buff of 13% at skill level 3. Her LSA gives this Shizuku card a 20% voltage gain for crit taps during every appeal chance. Our friendly neighborhood visuals man, Xifrid, aptly named this card the most selfish card in the entirety of All-Stars, as her passive and live show active only affect this particular Shizuku card. Because these two important parts of her kit are pretty weak, while she's a very good grab for budget or free-to-play players and will be good for scoring on Advanced Plus or Expert difficulty songs, she won't be good for much else. Also, before you go yelling at your computer screen, Shaz, you're a dumbass! A maximum 15% appeal buff for just this card is a lot! Let me counter with this. At skill level 1, Blue Amore Umi, and a lot of other cards like her, hand out a 15% appeal buff spread out over 3 cards, topping out at a 21% appeal buff at max skill level. Final verdict, meta rating 5.5 out of 10, non-meta rating 8.5 out of 10. The second UR on the banner is Pure Summer Chika, her 9th UR overall, who enters as a cool attribute SK type. At limit break 0, Chika starts off with 6846 base appeal, 3699 base stamina, and 7960 base technique, meaning she has a crit profile and starts off with a roughly 39% crit rate. Her tap active is an SP gauge fill, filling 11% of the SP gauge at skill level 3. Before you start whining about how busted this card is, I do have to point out that this tap active only has an 11% chance to activate whenever Chika taps. Her passive provides a 4.6% appeal boost to all other cool cards at skill level 3. Her LSA, like Shizuku's, only affects this Chika card as it provides a skill activation rate up of 20% during every appeal chance. Upon initial glance, there was an immediate panic by a lot of players seeing Chika's insane SP gauge fill rate of 12% at max skill level. However, this tap active gets heavily nerfed by the 11% skill activation percentage. For comparison, let's evaluate the card as such. A standard UR with an SP gauge fill tap active will fill 9% of the SP gauge at a 33% skill activation rate, whereas this UR fills 12% of the SP gauge at an 11% skill activation rate. A standard gauge fill tap active UR at max limit break will, on average, fill 27% of the SP gauge every 9 times the card taps. This card at max limit break, on average, will only fill 12% of the SP gauge over the same time frame. I personally don't think the live show active will factor heavily into the viability of this card, since most of the cool attribute songs have a very low percentage of notes within ACs. The only card that realistically could help out Chika is First FES Yohane, but that card is in the natural attribute, so it would end up scoring worse than a lineup of Party Shioriko, Steam Maiden Maru, and Dreamland Ruby. Card rating: meta players, wallet relief out of 10, non-meta players, 3 out of 10. That concludes this video going over the newest FES banner. Meta whales and voltage competitors, congratulations! You finally have a party or FES banner that you can skip without falling too far behind. It only took 3 months. As always, a big thank you to Xifrid for his help with the visual assets for this video. I've been I Am the Shaz. Take it easy, be nice to each other, and I will see you all next time.